Is it really possible to apply rich dad, poor dad and succeed? When you first hear about the principles in Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad, it's easy to wonder, is it really possible to apply these ideas in real life? Can anyone truly escape the cycle of working for money and start making money work for them? At first, it might sound too good to be true. After all, if it were easy, wouldn't everyone be doing it? The truth is, not only is it possible, it's surprisingly doable. But the key lies in breaking the process down into simple, manageable steps and understanding that it's less about working harder and more about working smarter. Let's dive into how these principles can be applied to your life and how you can start your journey to financial freedom today. 1. How to shift from employee thinking to wealth builder thinking. Many people live paycheck to paycheck, believing this is the only way to survive. You might think, I have bills to pay. How can I think about building wealth when I'm just trying to get by? But here's the secret. Building wealth doesn't require huge leaps. It starts with small, consistent changes in mindset and actions. How it's possible. Think like a business owner. Even if you're employed, start thinking of your salary as capital to invest, not just money to spend. For example, could you save $50 this month and put it into an investment account? That small step can snowball into bigger opportunities. Invest in financial education. Kiyosaki emphasizes the importance of financial literacy. Learn about concepts like assets, liabilities, and cash flow. You don't need a finance degree. There are countless free resources, podcasts, and books that simplify these ideas. 2. You can actually build wealth if you start small. You might wonder, how can I possibly create wealth when I don't have much money to invest? This is a common fear, but the answer lies in understanding that small, consistent actions compound over time. How it's possible. Start with what you have. The principle of compounding works wonders, even with tiny amounts. For instance, investing $100 a month in a simple index fund might not seem like much now, but over decades it can grow into thousands of dollars. Focus on assets over liabilities. One of Kiyosaki's key teachings is the importance of investing in assets, things that generate income. Instead of buying a flashy car, a liability, could you put that money into something that earns, like dividend-paying stocks or even starting a small side hustle? 3. Can you really make money work for you? For most people, the idea of making money work for you feels abstract. You might think, isn't that just for the wealthy? But in reality, anyone can start building passive income streams. It just takes creativity and persistence. How it's possible. Create passive income streams. Passive income doesn't mean you're doing nothing. It means setting up systems that eventually work without constant effort. Start small. For example, could you rent out an extra room in your home on Airbnb? Could you create a digital product like an ebook or online course? These small steps lead to bigger results over time. Reinvest your earnings. When your investments or ventures begin generating income, resist the urge to spend it. Instead, reinvest those earnings to build even more passive income. This creates a compounding effect that accelerates your wealth building journey. 4th, how to overcome the fear of risk. One major barrier to applying the lessons in Rich Dad, Poor Dad is the fear of taking risks. You might ask yourself, what if I fail? What if I lose money? These fears are natural, but they don't have to hold you back. How it's possible. Start small and learn. Not all risks have to be big. For instance, instead of diving into a large real estate investment, could you start by investing in a real estate investment trust, REIT, with a small amount of money? This lets you learn the ropes with minimal risk. Embrace mistakes as learning opportunities. Rich Dad taught Kiyosaki that failure is a part of the process. Each mistake teaches you something valuable. Instead of fearing failure, see it as a stepping stone to success. 5. Is it really sustainable in the long term? Finally, you might wonder, even if I start building wealth now, how do I sustain it? Won't I eventually run out of time, energy, or ideas? This concern is valid, but the answer lies in focusing on long-term habits rather than short-term gains. How it's possible. Automate your wealth building. Use tools like automatic transfers to savings or investment accounts. This ensures that even if life gets busy, your wealth building continues without interruption. Keep learning and adapting. The world of finance is always changing. Stay curious and continue to educate yourself. For instance, if you've mastered basic investing, could you learn about advanced strategies like real estate syndications or cryptocurrency? Final thoughts. It's easier than you think. Applying the lessons from Rich Dad, Poor Dad might seem intimidating at first, but it's much simpler than it appears. The key is to start small, focus on consistent action, and embrace the mindset of growth and learning. So, is it possible to succeed by making money work for you? Absolutely. And here's the best part. You don't have to start with a fortune or a perfect plan. Begin with what you have, commit to learning, and watch how small changes add up to create a life of financial freedom and opportunity. The question isn't, can you do it? The question is, are you ready to start?